Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie. So I've just jumped on to make this video because I am Mrs. Angry again tonight. I'm so angry. I'm so angry at the world. Just, what is wrong with people? Why is there so much hate? So much hate for other people out there, even people that you don't know. How can you hate? And how can you hate children so much? I just don't understand, and it's really, really upset me. So you may have seen on the news today about this, right? So I'm going to present it. Now, you may have seen it on the news. I don't so much watch the news on the television as I look at it on my phone. So I don't know how prevalent it's been on all the news channels. But I remember when this happened, I remember saying to my son, this is racially motivated. And nobody's mentioning the race element of this, but I think that this guy is a racist. I think they said that. Anyway, let's look into the case. I think there's a culture of hate at the moment in Britain. Everybody hates everybody else. It's culture wars. And the people that make it worse are people like our own Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, who himself is an ethnic minority. That horrible woman, Suella Braverman, Priti Patel before her, these people, they're the worst racists of all because they use culture wars, race hate to stir people up. And although, he doesn't, nobody's saying it's race motivated, the murder, and it is murder, however they look at it, of a young woman and her 2 children, and a horrendous murder, setting them on fire and sitting and listening to them scream and not trying to help in any way. These sort of things, politicians, people supposedly, in the public eye, they're supposed to set an example to everybody, not create hate. It's not only to do with race. You know why they do it? They do it because if people are hating each other, they're not hating them. That's why. Everybody's looking at everybody else, looking sideways, looking down. Look up at these people and what they're doing. Anyway, so let's just see this video. Okay.
At this point in time, I'm going to place you under arrest for murder ×2, okay? You remain under caution, you don't have to say anything.
This is Jamie Barrow being arrested on suspicion of starting a fire that killed his neighbours.
1-year-old Naeemah and her 3-year-old sister Fatimah died in the blaze. Their mother, Fatoumatta Hydara, passed away in hospital days later.
The night before, Jaimie Barrow had been drinking. He was seen buying beer, then captured heading home. 4 hours later, he would start the fire. This is what people on the street in Nottingham woke up to. Smoke billowing from the first floor window. Firefighters were trying to save the family inside. Moments after the fire took hold, Jamie Barrow was seen on CCTV walking away, but returned a short time later to ask police how bad it was.
So she already grabbed your details?
Smiling at officers as he answered their questions. He later rang police to ask when he could get back into his flat.
Nottingham Police, Sally speaking, how can I help?
Yeah, hello, my name's Jamie. I live on Fairhill Close at number 19, next to where the fire was earlier this morning.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's any update on whether I'm allowed back in my property or not.
The husband and father of the victims had been in America at the time. He flew home as soon as he heard the news. By then, his girls were dead and his wife was in hospital.
I have to go and see her. I mean, I have no idea what went wrong.
Barrow, who has a personality disorder, admitted putting petrol through the door and lighting it with tissue paper, but said he didn't think his neighbours were in. He said he'd lit fires before to release stress, claiming it mesmerises him. His actions robbed a family of a mother and her daughters, young lives so senselessly cut short.
Oh, my God. So, personality disorder. Right, okay, yeah. Is he going to get away with it because of having a personality disorder? So he said he admits he lit the fire, but he didn't think there was anybody in there. Well, let's hear what it says here. So, Nottingham Crown Court heard he would have known they were inside because a pram had been left outside the front door and a light was coming from the hallway of the first floor flat. He also ignored the screams of those trapped inside and did nothing to help as the blaze took hold. Miss Hydara's husband and the girl's father, Abu Bakr Drame, said Barrow had been utterly heartless and cruel and had caused a multi-generational trauma that we will never understand. Words cannot quantify how much our family have suffered because of the horrific actions of one man. Neither can we quantify the emotional, psychological, physiological and financial impact of the crime that Jamie Barrow committed. So in April, he pleaded guilty to the manslaughter. Those little girls were pronounced dead at the hospital shortly after the blaze. And do you know, that would have been a horrific death. Can you imagine that death? That's not a quick death. That would have been horrific for all of them. And the mother died 2 days later from the effects of smoke inhalation. 3 a.m. he set that fire. God, just looking at him, I tell you, personality disorder. Anyway, he admitted he drank 7 or 8 cans of San Miguel lager before the attack, and he started the fire after pouring petrol through the flat's letterbox. Prosecutors said he had a grievance over rubbish being left in an alleyway. Absolute rubbish. That was a racial attack, I think. Might have been accelerated or intensified by rubbish, but I think that was all about race. And that was all about race. And it's in those sort of things are perpetuated, or they're caused by the climate of hate in the United Kingdom at the moment. Some members of the victim's family wept as a jury of 7 men and 4 women unanimously convicted him of murder after almost 7 hours of deliberations. He remained silent throughout, and he was also found guilty of arson, being reckless as to whether life was endangered. A cruel and dangerous man. So the husband, Mr. Drame, was working away in the USA on the night of the blaze, and he told how he had to identify their bodies in a mortuary on his 40th birthday. The mother and her children were planning to join him and relocate to America at the time of the tragedy, and they were reportedly close to the end of their visa application process. He said his wife of 8 years, a former voluntary worker, had lived a short but very beautiful and fulfilling life, and his daughters were both happy children. He has lost everything. So the family statement on Tuesday also described the girls as 2 angels who deserved a beautiful childhood and a full life. Nottingham and the rest of the world, he added, have been denied potential future teachers, civil servants, doctors. Who knows what they could have been? It just breaks my heart, this. Anyway, Detective Chief Inspector Claire Dean of Nottinghamshire's Police's Major Crime Unit described Barrow as a cruel and dangerous man. He said following the verdict, "This is a tragic case in which a caring and compassionate mother and 2 young children were taken away in the cruelest way imaginable. The loss of Fatoumatta, Fatimah and Naeemah was utterly senseless, and as a result their family have experienced pain and distress which cannot be adequately described or even imagined. So this piece of crap will be sentenced on Friday. And what do you think the sentence will be? Let's have a guess. You know, he's killed 3 people. Seems like it was deliberate. So as far as I'm concerned, he should get a whole life tariff, but he won't. But anyway, let me know in comments what you think the sentence maybe should be and what you think it will be. And if on Friday his sentencing is given, is televised, I am going to go live for it. Because sometimes now they've been televising this sentencing, haven't they, in certain cases. I don't know if it will be with this, but if it is, I will be live. If not, we'll talk about it on the Friday Night Live, along with whatever else we've got to discuss. But I just wanted to come on tonight and say, you know, how angry I was, or how upset this has made me, and probably you and lots of people, and how the father is going to recover from this, I have no idea, because not only he's lost his wife, but he's lost his 2 girls. And just so cruel and ridiculous. I mean, just some drunk idiot deciding that, yeah, that'd be a good idea to set the flat on fire. He must have known what could have happened. He can't turn around and say, oh well, yeah, I put petrol through the letterbox, but I didn't realise it would do any damage. So what do you think this sentence is going to be? That's what my question is tonight. Is the judge going to come through on this sentence, and why has it not been mentioned at all? Or it might have been racially motivated, because I think it's 90% likely racism had a part in it. Well, let me know what you think. Just a bit sort of speechless about it, really, about the cruelty. I don't understand how people can hate people they don't even know. You know, and children know. What can a child do that would make you hate them so much that you would do that to them? What? What? And how is he even sleeping at night? And what do his family think of it? What do his family think of it? Or, do they think it's great because they're racist too? And all this hatred, really, really, honestly, when you're thinking about divisions in society, and there's so many culture wars between this, that and the other, don't look at that, because that is what the people in power, they want you to look at each other. They want you to hate each other, because then you're not all getting together and looking up at them and seeing what they're doing wrong. Okay, sorry about that. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Please take care. Look, don't hate. That's all I would say. Don't hate people for no reason, because of their religion or their colour or anything. We're all on this planet, and we're all trying to get by the best we can. So I'll see you very soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.